welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be like a mashup of all of my summer complexion favorites, or the things that I like to use, especially in the summer. I mean, I use a lot of these products all year long, but most of these are great for the summer. There's like sunscreens, foundations, bronzers, highlighters, some cheek colors, all that sort of thing. So let's first start with SPF, sunscreen. I have three that I love that have a very high SPF, like close to 50, and that's the Sicily Sunlea, which I've been using for years. It is for an SPF 50, it feels like the most luxurious moisturizer you've ever felt. That is what I love about this. A lot of you guys have said, like, I don't always love wearing sunscreen, or like, it's such a pain because often they feel icky on my skin or they pill. I don't find that, actually, I don't find any of these pill for me, but for being SPF 50 plus, this feels like a moisturizer. You would never know it's SPF. Then we have the Elta MD SPF 46 untinted. I've never tried the tinted version, but I really like the untinted SPF 46. This is the one I pretty much reach for all the time. The SkinCeuticals SPF 50, this is actually slightly tinted and it's really, really nice. The Physical Fusion UV Defense Sunscreen. It is very runny like a sunscreen. And it has a little bit of a glow, but it's not too shiny. It doesn't make me like extra oily. And so I have just been loving that as well. That looks really beautiful alone. Too. And then my Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream SPF 30. This is great, like, if I'm just like out and about, or just, you know, day to day. If I'm going to be out in the sun, like at a park or a beach or something, I'm going to use one of the stronger ones. But if I'm just like at home and I run an errand or something, I love the Pro Collagen Marine Cream SPF 30. It feels like the regular Pro Collagen Marine Cream, but it has the addition of the SPF. Now, you can see I'm like at the almost end of this. The Sicily Tinted Sunscreen Cream. This is very tinted. So I have to use this when I've self-tanned and whatnot, because it has quite a tint. It's more like a foundation. This is, whereas like the SkinCeuticals, like slightly tinted, I mean, it will maybe even out a little bit of redness. This is like a full foundation. It covers dark spots, it covers uneven pigmentation. It is amazing. I've been using this forever, and it is SPF 30 and water resistant, which I love. Foundation wise, I have really been loving the Fenty Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. It's actually what I have on today. Gives amazing coverage, but feels like nothing on the skin. Love that. Also, the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, SPF 40. So this feels like a foundation, gives coverage like a foundation, but is SPF 40. So this would also be great to wear to the beach, to the pool. You know, I know many of you said that I like to have a little bit of coverage. I don't like to have like a full bare face. So this is a great option. But I mean, I would just maybe apply it with your fingers, because when I apply it with a sponge or like a brush, I can get really good coverage. And I only do that if I'm going to do like a full face of makeup, but I just apply it with my fingers if I'm going to be outside. And a newer product that I just began testing, and I think I'm going to like this for the summer, is the Merit Stick Foundation. Now this is probably, out of all of these, it's the sheerest. So this is going to give you like a little bit of nothing. It will even things out. It can take away a little bit of redness, but it can be used as a concealer or a foundation, but it is very, very sheer. In fact, the entire line everything is very, very light, very sheer, not a lot of coverage. It's very much like that no makeup look. But this is great in the summer when you want something lightweight, but maybe you like a stick formula or you want something a little bit creamier. This is great, but like I said, it's not going to give you a ton of coverage. So just know that it's very, very lightweight. Okay, where am I going to go next? Well, I'll mention this. which I've talked about before, the Tan Luxe, the Gradual. This is like my favorite self-tanner at the moment. It's a self-tanning lotion. I still mix it with a unscented body lotion because I just find it's less streaky. It's not streaky in general, but I don't even take any chances because I am so fair, so I don't even want to take any chances that things will streak on me. So I mix all of my self-tanners with some unscented body lotion, but I love this. It gives like a gorgeous bronzy golden glow. Fades really evenly. I just apply it like 2 to 3 nights in a row and it kind of builds and then I get like the desired color and then it fades after a few days. But really, really lovely. And all right, let's talk about some bronzers. Okay, the Sicily Blur Expert. I haven't talked about this in a while, but I love this. First of all, I have it on all over today. Now, it only comes in one shade, so I use it more all over the face. And while it looks like it would really give me a lot of color or make me like really bronzed, it doesn't. It more just warms up my complexion. It gives like a little bit of warmth. It blurs imperfections, especially in the summer. I love this. Just to kind of give my face a little bit of color. I don't really self-tan my face too much. Like I have the Tan Luxe tanning drops for the face, and I also have their like hyaluronic acid serum tanning drops. But for me, I just like to use my regular foundation and then just add a little bit of color with a bronzer or like a powder like this. So like I said, this just warms up my complexion, gives me a little bit of color, nothing too crazy. The Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in shade 1. This is for my fair skin ladies, this shade in particular. She has multiple shades. But if you are fair and you stay away from bronzer because you're like, everything is too dark, this is not. This is foolproof as well. It's a matte formula, beautiful, like nice and golden, looks, blends beautifully, wears nicely on the skin. Also the Fenty Beauty Bronzer. Both are matte. They're very similar, I will say. The Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit lighter in color. I have the Sunstalker Bronzer Into Sun, which is really nice, and another bronzer that I love, powder bronzer. I kind of just go back and forth between the two of those. If I want a cream bronzer, which I never really wanted in the past, but Tarte has completely changed my mind. Their cream bronzer in Seashells, it's the best. Gorgeous, amazing. It just looks beautiful on the skin. Never too oily, greasy. It is how all cream products should be made, truly. I love all of their cream cheap products. All right, where am I going next? All right, let's talk about powders. So the Tatcha and the Hourglass loose powder, absolutely beautiful, especially for the summer because they set my foundation really nicely. They give me like a slight soft velvety matte finish, not super matte, but like a velvety matte finish, and it helps my foundation stay all day long. The powder stays all day long, and my skin literally looks exactly the same 8 to 10 hours later, even in the heat. So I love both of these powders. To be honest, they're so similar. I think the Hourglass has like a slight bit more of like luminescent reflective particles, but it is very slight. So I love both of them. And the Tarte Shape Tape All Over Glow Powder, I have been loving this. Use it on the cheekbones. I sometimes dust it all over if I'm wearing a more matte foundation. It is, someone asked if it's like the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Highlighter. That is more like a highlighter. This is somewhat like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, but I like it even more. It's so subtle, but just like a lit from within glow. And I wear the shade Sunlit. A cream highlighter that I love is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Light Wand in the shade Spotlight. Gorgeous. It just gives like a nice champagne-y finish to the cheekbones and doesn't get greasy, oily, and just love the color. This is new, the highlighter from Merit, and I have the shade Bounce. Now this is, don't know if you can see it. Let's see. Hold on, let me see here. It is very, very slight. I mean, the most slight highlighter, which is nice in the summer. I actually prefer using this like on bare skin. I don't like it as much on foundation just because it is so emollient. And I just find that it reads better on bare skin. It looks healthy, fresh, glowing. So I sometimes like just like tap this on my cheekbones or on my eyes, just with like bare skin or just with a sunscreen. This would be really fun to kind of wear to the pool or the beach if you just want a little bit of glow on the face. The other ones I wear like with a full face of makeup, but this is more of like a no makeup edition, or like I said, on bare skin. The color is really beautiful. It's like this peachy champagne color, very, very sheer. Emollient, but not too emollient. I feel like compared to the Westman Atelier, that was even more emollient and creamy, which was like, it was a little too much for me. This is so subtle and not greasy at all. Just like it's a nice formula, like I said. But I like it the best worn on bare skin, so that's how I'd recommend it. Cheeks-wise, I have been loving the Tarte blush in Pink Sky. This color is gorgeous. It is a cream product for those of us with combination and oily skin. It looks great on dry skin because dry skin always works well with cream products. Most dry skins work well with cream products. But when you're a combination or you're oily, you're like, cream, thanks, I'll stick with the powder. Nope, this is made for us. And it's absolutely fantastic. Another cream blush that I love is the Hourglass the Vanish blush sticks. Absolutely gorgeous. I did a whole blog post with swatches of them. They are creamy enough, but they're more of a dry cream, so they are not super oily or super emollient. I think if you have dry skin, you may like it, but if you have like exceptionally dry skin, you know, something like the, like I shared, the Westman Atelier, those blush sticks were really, really creamy. And it was just too creamy for me. So this is definitely more dry, and it does dry quickly. You have enough time to blend it out, but it does set. Like, I love that about it. It just like stays put. Where else am I going? Oh, you know what? A powder highlighter I absolutely love. When you want kind of like a little bit something bolder, maybe you're going on vacation or something. The Milani Strobe Light Afterglow Luminescent Powder in Strobe Light. Gorgeous. And the price point is like, I don't know, it's very affordable. But it's just it's kind of a bold highlight. Not like an Instagram highlight, but just definitely a lot bolder. But I love it for evening or something a little bit, when you want something a little bit stronger. And is that everything? I think that's all. Oh, you know what I forgot to include is I've been loving the NARS Air Blush, the Air Matte Blush. I have the shade Orgasm. They sent over the Summer Orgasm collection. I mean, I always use Orgasm blush, powder blush in the summer. It's what I have on my cheeks today because I love it. I've been using it for 10 plus years, but the Air Matte is really nice. It's like a whipped texture. My only complaint is it's such a small little pot, and getting a brush in there can be kind of difficult. So I don't reach for it as much as the others, but I do love the shade Orgasm. So I do like to use it, but it's just a little difficult to get out. I'll link my blog post below where I shared it, and I did swatches of that entire collection. And I think that's everything. Those are all like my summer complexion favorites, things that I reach for, things that I'll be like wearing all summer long. I mean, most of the stuff you can wear past the summer, but this tends to like stay out in the middle, and is kind of what most of my everyday makeup is comprised of, is like mixtures of this stuff. Like I said, I'm wearing the Fenty skin tint today. If you hear anything, Miles is downstairs. He's upset about something. Wearing the Fenty skin tint, and then I dust the Hourglass veil over top, and then finished it with a little bit of the Sicily Blur Expert to give my skin a little bit of warmth. So, and then the, what did I use here? Oh, NARS Orgasm blush. And then I did a little bit of the Milani highlighter. So all the colors, it's warm, golden, peachy, a little shimmery. I love that look for the summer. Okay, I will link everything that I talked about down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.